to ignite. Every Tuesday night, we're aiming for light. Build and be found, let the knowledge flow. Together we'll thrive, let the journey grow.
You've been posting consistently. You've been engaging. You've been showing up, but suddenly your posts aren't getting seen. Your engagement dropped by 70%. Your reach is gone, and you're wondering, did I get shadow banned? If you are building a personal brand online, this is one of your biggest fears because visibility is everything. And if no one can see your content, you might as well not be posting at all. Welcome to Build and Be Found. I am Malka, and today we are tackling one of the most misunderstood topics in personal branding and SEO and online marketing in general, and that is shadow banning. In this episode, we will cover what shadow banning actually is and what it isn't, how to know if it is happening to you, why the algorithms penalize you, and it is unusually not what you think, and most importantly, how to recover and regain your visibility. If you felt invisible online, this episode is for you. Let's start with the definition of what is shadow banning, because there's a lot of confusion around this term. Shadow banning is when a platform, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, etc., limits your visibility of your content without telling you. The posts still exist and you can still see them, but the algorithm stops showing them to other people. It is not a ban in the traditional sense. You're not locked out. Your account is not deleted, but your reach is silently throttled. Now, here is the important part. Shadow banning is real, but it is also not always what you think it is. Sometimes it is intentional. The platform is penalizing you for violating community guidelines, but most of the time it is algorithmic. The algorithm is simply deprioritizing your content because it does not fit the platform's current priorities. For example, LinkedIn might deprioritize posts with too many hashtags, and Instagram might limit the reach of your posts of your reels if you're using banned words or hashtags. And TikTok, believe it or not, might suppress content that violates its guidelines. So the key difference between intentional shadow banning versus algorithmic suppression is there. Both feel the same. Your visibility drops, but the recovery strategy is what makes each one different. Now, what are the signs that you've been shadow banned? How do you know? How do you know if you've actually been shadow banned? There are a few red flags. Red flag number 1, sudden drop in engagement. Your posts went from 50 likes to 5 likes overnight. Your comments dropped by 80%. This is usually the number 1 sign that you are experiencing a shadow ban. Red flag number 2, your posts are not showing up in hashtags. You post with, let's say, hashtag personal branding, but your post does not appear in that hashtag feed. That is another red flag. Red flag number 3, your followers are not seeing your posts. People tell you, I didn't see that post in my feed, even though you know you posted it. Red flag number 4, your content gets buried immediately. Your post gets 10 likes in the first hour and then nothing. The algorithm is not pushing it. That is a red flag. Number 5, you're getting fewer direct messages, DMs, and inbound messages. Normally, you get, let's say, 5 to 10 DMs a week, and now you're only getting none. People can't find you. Usually, that is a red flag, and that's the last major red flag that you would probably see. There's a caveat to all this, though. Not every drop in engagement is a shadow banning. Sometimes it is that you posted at a bad time. Sometimes it is an issue of your content was not compelling. Sometimes it's an issue of the algorithm is just testing your content. And sometimes it's just that you changed your posting strategy. So before you panic, ask yourself, is this a sudden, unexplained drop or a gradual decline? If it is a sudden and unexplained drop, then yes. Yes, you might be shadow banned. So why does it happen? And the best piece of advice is not to take it personal. So a few of the common reasons why content gets shadow banned is that, number one, you violated community guidelines. And this is the intentional kind. So, for example, you posted spam, or you have a repetitive content. You used banned hashtags or keywords. You posted content that violates the platform's policies, and or you are engaging in artificial engagement, meaning you are buying likes using bots. Another reason for potentially getting shadow banned is you are using too many hashtags. LinkedIn specifically is a platform that penalizes posts with more than 3 hashtags. Instagram penalizes you if you use more than 30. Okay, so that's just something to think about when you are creating your content. Another reason why you may get shadow banned is that you are posting the same content across multiple platforms. Something that I always tell people, and I've told clients in the past, and I myself make sure that I try to do this as well, and that is all the platforms today work in unison, and they are able to detect duplicate content. And if they detect it, they will suppress it, because each platform wants original content. And when I say the same content, I mean literally word for word, picture for picture across all of the platforms. Another reason why you may get shadow banned is, believe it or not, you are over promoting. If 80% of your posts are sales pitches, the algorithm will suppress you. The platforms want value, not ads, because they do have a whole ad section, right? And they know that their customers, their user base wants interesting things to see and read and watch or listen to. Another reason why you may possibly be getting shadow banned is that you are engaging with low quality accounts. So for instance, if you are liking and commenting on spam accounts, the algorithm will flag you as suspicious and therefore suspend your content from being promoted. Another potential reason why you may be experiencing a shadow ban is that you are using automation tools incorrectly. So tools like scheduling and auto likers and bots can sometimes trigger algorithmic suppression. I was going to say suspension, but it's really it's more of a suppression than it is a suspension. Okay. Another indicator, or another reason why a platform may shadow ban you, is that your content is not getting enough engagement. So if you post consistently and your posts get low engagement, the algorithm will stop showing them. And that's just because it's a feedback loop. And looking at all those examples, the key thing to take away is that most shadow banning is algorithmic. It's not always intentional. The platform is not out to get you, and the algorithm is just following its rules. The recovery playbook, step by step. So, you've been shadow banned. How do you recover? Well, the first step is to audit your recent activity. And you'll do that for about 2 days. What you'll be asking yourself is, did you post anything controversial? Did you use any banned hashtags? Did you engage with spam accounts? Did you post content on multiple platforms that is the same, or that are the same rather? Did you use automation tools? Write down everything that you did in the last 2 weeks, because this is a diagnostic, okay? Now, the second step is what you'll do is you'll clean up your profile. It should take anywhere from 3 to 5 days, and I would say 5 days is more reasonable. And what you'll do is you'll go through your profiles and you'll delete any posts that violate community guidelines. You'll remove banned hashtags from your bio. You'll unfollow any spam or suspicious accounts. And then you would stop using automation tools immediately until your account recovers. And then you will review your recent comments and delete any that look spammy. The step number 3 is to reset your posting strategy. And this is a multi-week process, but you can start it in 1 week. What you'll do is you'll stop posting for 3 to 5 days. You'll let the algorithm forget you, so to speak. Then, after that week has gone by, you post original, high-quality content. Use only 1 to 3 relevant hashtags, not 30. Even on Instagram, they'd allow 30. I would suggest don't even going that high. Post at a consistent time, same days, as best as you can. And then post 3 to 5 times per week, as opposed to 10 times a day. Now, the fourth step is where you're going to focus on value and not sales. And that should take 2 weeks. So you will post only value-driven content. You'll post educational posts, storytelling, insights, and lessons learned, and helpful tips. And you will avoid sales pitches, sales promotions of any sort for those 2 weeks. Another thing that you can do during this time as you are recovering is to engage with others on the platform, people who leave you messages. And that is about a month's long process. You'll start by commenting on posts, 5 posts, 10 posts the most per day. And those posts should be on real accounts. I would reply to every comment on any of your posts and share other people's content. Join conversations in your niche. These are great ways to help you recover, because these actions signal to the algorithm that you are a real engaged member of the community. And then you will be forgotten, so to speak, and the shadow ban will just pass. It'll work its way through. Another thing that you can do is to monitor your metrics. And I would suggest that you start to monitor starting from 2 weeks of doing this recovery. And what you'll do is you'll take a look at your engagement rate, how many likes, plus comments, plus the followers, if you have any. Reach, how many people, you're going to look at that, saw your posts. You're going to look at the total views of impressions, and definitely take a look at any inbound messages if there was an increase or if it just stayed the same, if you are somebody who normally gets a lot of inbound messaging. And if these are improving, that means you are recovering. But if you are still flat, then I would consider moving to the next step, which is the step that I'm going to tell you, which is step number 7. And that is consider a fresh start if needed. If you've done all the above and you're still shadow banned after 4 weeks on platforms, this is not for search, then you might need to contact the platform's support team, create a new account if the ban is severe, and pivot your strategy entirely. And these suggestions, believe it or not, are very rare things you need to do, because that level of ban, shadow ban, is so severe, and it's very, very rare. Most shadow bans lift within 2 to 4 weeks if you follow this playbook. So here's your action plan. Today, you're going to audit your recent activity. You're going to write down what might have triggered the shadow ban. This week, you're going to clean up your profile. You're going to delete problematic posts. You will unfollow spam accounts. Next week, you're going to reset your posting strategy. You're going to post original, high-quality content using 1 to 3 hashtags only. And then what you're going to be doing continuously, ongoing, you're going to engage authentically. You're going to comment on 5 to 10 posts per day, and then you're going to reply to every comment on your posts. And the one thing that I want you to remember as you're thinking about this and you're going through the different steps, that shadow banning is not a death sentence. It is a signal that you need to adjust your strategy. And that is actually a good thing, because that means when you adjust your strategy, you can recover. Most professionals recover their visibility within 2 to 4 months, and you can, 2 to 4 weeks, and so you can too. And if you want me to review your profile or content strategy, you can DM me on LinkedIn. I'm at Malcolm Maxwell Shapira. Thanks for listening to Build and Be Found. If you like this episode, share it with someone who's struggling with visibility online. Click to subscribe. Next week, we will be talking about how to build a content calendar that actually works without spending hours planning. Until then, build your brand, be found, and remember, you are not behind. You are just getting started.
In the digital space, we rise and engage. With AI insights, we all turn the page. Entrepreneur dreams, ready to ignite. Every Tuesday night,